some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Wolverines have been waiting and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. They'll start this drive going to the air. Working that left side. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. And another big play from a Sooner receiver. We've seen that before. Some places you might get grades like C, D, all A+ here.
And he grabbed it like a lamb and serving up busted chops like you've seen this offense do so many times in the past.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. Rushes on him. Quickly out to the tight end. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and he add the answer to the test right there.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Man, nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run. Let's take just a second and talk about Oklahoma. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Offenses should focus on their guys and making sure so-and-so guys get so-and-so touches. And, you know, listen, they're featuring this guy. They're going to throw it to him. He's going to be the primary target a lot of times. I can't be reckless, but I definitely have to find my way to get that guy the ball.
Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Using the quick game. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too, understanding the situation. It's third down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up fourth down.
Take it himself. Turning it on. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown Sooners. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
I love the aggressive nature in the play column there. In the opening drive of the game, you have an opportunity on fourth down, obviously, to just kick a field goal, take the lead early, establish some momentum. Instead, they get aggressive. They go for it, and not just get it, they score a touchdown.
And he puts through the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. While the Big Ten has expanded with this massive continent-wide geographical footprint, the Big 12 has been really shrewd in positioning and maneuvering for survival, and they look for opportunities to win on the field like they'll have today.
Yeah, and the Big Ten's kind of taking what the Big Ten wants and expanding and not really worried about anybody else. So if I'm the Big 12, I'm like, yeah, you ain't worried about me, but you're going to worry about me today and on the field, and I can make a statement and prove to some of the true blue bloods in the Big Ten.
I just love the stylistic matchup in this one, too, right? You think about the Big Ten running the football, defense, physical, and then Big 12, wide open, up-tempo, air raid offense. This one's going to be fun.
And the Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Gant. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
That's an example of the offensive coordinator trying to be aggressive and trying to take a shot. Now, the offense isn't able to click on that play, but moving ahead in the second half, it's important they continue to dial up these big plays. You want to stay aggressive, and you want to keep testing this secondary.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. The Wolverines will punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Punt is in the air on 4th down. He's got it. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. To the air on 1st down. Spits it out to the back. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Grab near the sticks. It's Camarda. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advancing.
And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Second down coming up. They go to the ground. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. Third down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. They'll try to run for it. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Makes a grab, pass to Marker. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, and creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No reason to risk trying to field. When as it skips through the end zone, it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Floating away. Fires to the right. It's caught. He's loose on the right. The 10. Touchdown, Wolverine. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands, right to him, and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
Takes it inside his own 20. Chance for great field position here. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the big fella. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. And the Sooners come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll go to the ground. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. A great Oklahoma running attack will bring a tear to the Boomer Sooner Nation eye, thinking of guys like Billy Sims.
And where it all started was always the ground game and the toughness, and you never question that. In Oklahoma, they got to get to that. They got to be that. They got to live that if they really want to build on what they used to be and bring that tradition and build some of that tradition in the SEC.
The Sooners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They'd given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it 1 high safety? Is it 2 high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
Guys, let's chat about Michigan. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
From the shotgun, the inside give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Grab behind the line. It's Spears. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk, and on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
And the Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Grab near the marker. It's Valentine. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a first at the 29. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try the middle. They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Balls at the 25. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Using his feet to buy time. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Snap from the gun on third down. Snagged in the middle. It's Valentine. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. And the Wolverines have pushed it inside the 20. The give on the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
Wants to go up top. It's complete to the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job recognizing the route defensively there. As soon as that ball was thrown, that defender knew exactly who it was going to, and he was able to make the tackle at the perfect time. No gain on that one.
Makes the grab on third. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll start this drive with a pass. Pocket breaking down. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The Sooners heading quickly to the line. Back to pass on second down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down, just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Working on the right. He's forced out of bounds at the 23-yard line. A good pickup to give this offense some operating room. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the wideout. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to throw again. Caught over the middle. It's Camarda. Up near the 40-yard line. They'll mark it at the 39, a pickup of 15. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Looking to fire. Got his man quickly. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. They'll go to work in the air on second down. The quick out. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Big noise in the big house. for this huge third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. And the Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Finds his back in the middle.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball too, right? Receivers aren't open, tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him running out of the backfield, or if he lines up at wide receiver, this dude can get open, and he can make positive things happen after he has the ball.
It's complete. Worked his way to the 38 before they stopped him. It's a 5-yard gain, and that'll be a 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Camarda. Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15. A 1st down, and this offense is smelling the end zone. The Sooners started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. To the air on 1st down. Working that left side now.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. From the gun, looking for a man. Going for 6. Touchdown Sooners! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Looks like he's going to bring it out. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Sooners will line up to kick off and start the second half. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got a heel off one deep down the left side. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down.
This offense is done being patient. They're down on the scoreboard here. Now, early in their first possession in the 3rd quarter, they're being aggressive. They're taking shots. They're trusting their playmakers outside to get it done.
Oh, he's got some space. How about this freshman leading him on the chase and making the big play after the catch?
And if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
Well, the defense knew coming into the second half here, they were going to have to crank up the pass rush, right? They've got the lead. They're going to be seeing this quarterback drop back. How can you affect him? You've got to win up front one-on-one and get home, and they did there on 3rd down.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Makes the grab, and he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
The Wolverines want to pick up the tempo. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got it set up on the outside. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Now facing a 3rd and long.
Here we go, here we go.
Gets it out quickly. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. And this kicker might be feeling it. He made one earlier, now from 49 yards out. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. Florida Atlantic is trailing right now, and I know it may look bleak, but this team needs to regroup, remind itself it's at home, and remember just how quickly things can change. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to West Virginia. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys have been keeping an eye on it for us. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Got him downfield. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down.
Really nice job threading the needle on that pass. They've had a lot of dudes that were able to do that in Norman, Oklahoma. Josh Heupel, Jason White, Sam Bradford, Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, Jalen Hurts. The names go on and on and on. Hurting you in the passing game with their vision, with their accuracy. This guy, I tell you, he fits right in this Oklahoma offense.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Now on the move. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody open downfield, and he just decided to take off.
They'll go to work on 2nd down after doing damage on the ground. Back to pass. Takes the easy completion. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense...
Breaks into the open. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
And Artie, it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
And the Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking for a chunk play on second and short. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They feed him again. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. It's Valentine. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. And the Wolverines come to the line in the hurry-up.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm.
Gets loose in the middle. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. Some penalties hurt a little bit more or a lot more than other ones. That one wipes out a huge game. Final minute now of the third quarter. They'll go to the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. And they'll take the result of the flag and move the offense back. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Wolverines with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
Looking downfield on first down. Complete to the right. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another play off here in the third. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. Looking to fire. Moves around to clear up the vision. Touchdown, Michigan! Fit it in the window for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
He'll return it. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Quick strike complete. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on third down. He's not going to get there, and this defense really needed a stop like that. Try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Fires to the tight end. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverine! If this dude were a kitchen knife, you would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
The snap sets up to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it out. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down.
You know, a lot of offensive coordinators script the first, 5 to 10 to 15 plays. You don't usually draw that up for inside your own 10. Bad field position to start. This offense needs to come out, get a few positive plays first to get out the shadow of your own end zone.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. They've got him pinned back in a world of trouble, and listen to this crowd coming through. The handoff, keep working on that clock. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time.
There he goes. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Give to the running back.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Quarterback keeper. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That running game can be really hard to stop when you got so many guys that can do some damage, and this defense is taking some licks. This QB's made him look silly a couple of times, but they're starting to adjust. Gotta like that play right there, getting to him and getting him on the ground.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Wide open downfield. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
The Sooners getting set on 1st and 10. They try to pop a run on the draw. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I know you took a loss on 1st down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against a defense that knows you're going to do it.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Makes the grab on the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. At the 20, he's got space. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that one.
They moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tight end now in motion. They give him the rock again on 2nd and goal. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
Well, two things you're thinking about here offensively is, one, you want to take as much time off the clock. But two, you really want to score another touchdown to make this a 2-possession game. You could almost ice it if you can find a way to get in the end zone here. Just take your time. Don't snap it too quickly.
He cannot get it in, a mere inches away from Pater.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
Barrels ahead. They make the stop and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.